Hello and welcome to another York Sports Network presentation of York Dukes Varsity Baseball. I'm Connor Choi. With me is Ryan Byrd, and the York Dukes take on the Lyons Township Lions for the final game of this conference series. Starting lineups for the Lyons Township Lions. Michael Mango, the second baseman, and he's leading off. Ryan Jackson, the center fielder, will be batting second. Luke Nicholas, the left fielder, batting third. Ryan Good, the cleanup hitter. He's the designated hitter today for the Lions. Joseph Severson is the third baseman. He's batting fifth. Jake Schumacher, the first baseman, batting sixth. Brock Hyde, playing right field, batting seventh. Quinn Matea behind the plate, batting eighth, and he will be the catcher. Blake Ragsdale, the shortstop, rounding things out and batting last.
Leading off the top of the first for Lyons.
And the first up will be Michael Mango.
Number 11, Michael Mango.
And on the mound for the York Dukes is going to be Noah Hughes. Hughes, the left-hander, the lone lefty in the starting rotation. And the first pitch is on its way, and it's popped up by Mango. Left side, going towards foul territory. Could be playable, and Fleming dives, but he cannot make the catch. And it bounces foul, so that'll be strike one on Mango.
Yeah, Mango, last time he was here at the York Dukes field, he had a great game, multi-hit game in that one. He was definitely the star player for the Lions offense and definitely propelled them to that win.
The 0-1 to Mango. Hughes coming set. Fires upstairs, ball 1-1 the count now. The lineup for the Dukes: Drew Gami, the right fielder, batting first. Noah Hughes, the pitcher, is batting second. Chris Danko, the center fielder, batting third. Marco Giorno getting the start in left field. He's cleaning it up, and there's a strike. A beautiful slider from Hughes, and Mango now down 1-2. Josh Fleming, the shortstop, batting fifth. Paul Reedy, the third baseman, batting sixth. Nico Ruggieri, the second baseman, batting seventh. And Mango chops this curveball. Should be playable for Lazowski over at first, and he makes the play, so one away.
Heading next for the Lions.
Ruggieri at second base. Lazowski,
Ryan
the first baseman, batting eighth. He's also the designated hitter. And Noah Jones behind the plate, rounding things out. He's batting last. And now Ryan Jackson steps in, the center fielder for the Lions. LT defeated York on Tuesday when they host them, as Jackson skies this one left center field. Chris Danko is there, and he's under it, and he makes the catch, so two away. Nice first pitch out for Noah Hughes.
Batting next for the Lions, the left fielder, number 7, Luke Nicholas.
I'll bring up Luke Nicholas for the first time. LT defeated York with a score of 9-3. First pitch from Hughes just misses. They had a 3-2 lead going into the fifth inning, but Lyons Township exploded, scoring 7 in the bottom of the fifth and ended up taking the victory. This one's inside, so 2-0 now the count. Two balls, no strike. This one's outside, so now 3 balls, no strikes is the count to Luke Nicholas. Hughes coming set. The 3-0, right down the middle for strike one. And ball 4.
Batting next for the Lions, the designated hitter, number 8, Ryan Good.
So Nicholas draws the walk in 5 pitches. Now he stands up on first. Ryan Good, the designated hitter, the next batter for the Lions, and Hughes throws over, not in time. Hughes comes set, the first pitch on the way. He's going to miss for ball 1. Hughes throws back again. And timing back safely will be Nicholas. It's a cloudy day, rain in the forecast. We'll see how that factors as this one's popped up right side. Ruggieri giving chase, and he makes the catch in foul territory for the third out. And Hughes puts up a scoreless frame in the top of the first. Bottom of the first we go. Gami, Hughes, Danko to start things off for the Dukes. Bottom of the first inning here, no score. Midway through the first inning, and Drew Gami, the right fielder, to lead things off for the York Dukes. On the mound for the Lyons Township Lions, it's number 21, Dom Piscati. Lyons Township pitched Anderson on Tuesday when they took a victory. So Brady Chambers pitched yesterday where they defeated St. Lawrence, a top 10 team in the state. Just a team with quite a few Division I recruits. Gami fouls that one off right side. 1-1 now the count. Shotty comes set, swung on and missed by Gami. 1-2 now the count. Piscati comes set, and Gami stays alive, fouling off the curve, so count will stay 1-2. Shotty gets his sign, comes set. The 1-2 on its way. Goes back to the curveball, and he gets Gami looking, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Dukes. Piscati retires the first batter.
Batting next for the Dukes, the pitcher, number 1, Noah Hughes.
And that will bring up Noah Hughes. Bit of a lineup change for the Dukes. Coach Kalal decided to switch things up on Tuesday as Hughes lines this one into center field, and it'll fall for a base hit. And Hughes gets aboard with one out.
Yeah, Noah Hughes, probably the hottest batter for the Dukes this season, just continues his game. No way you can take him out of the lineup at any time right now, the way he's hitting.
Absolutely not. He leads the team in batting average, Ryan.
Chris Danko.
And he continues to run well. Hughes will come in, sees the pitcher, and that means they can send out Nick Fisher as a courtesy runner. Now you're replacing Hughes over on first with some great speed. Now Chris Danko steps up the bat looking to do some damage with only one away. Shotty comes set, fires in a curveball up and away, ball one. And, Ryan, we've seen quite a few different lineups, people constantly moving around. But I feel like the two that really have stayed are Gami leading off and Danko either at 2 or 3, as the throw back to first is not in time.
Yeah, we've seen it was usually Danko 2 and then Fleming 3. That was the most set spots.
Now they just switched things around.
Yeah,
Fleming hitting 5th today. Shotty comes set, fires a strike.
Yeah, I think as soon as Gami went on that hot streak, he just had to be leading off. He was getting on base almost every time he was up at one point. He's still doing it pretty well. Did strike out on that first at-bat.
Can't get Fisher. Mateus setting up outside. We'll see if that's still where his target remains. That was a really good fastball for the first strike to Danko. And if Pisciotti can get that outside corner to those left-handed bats, that could be really effective. Misses upstairs, so 2-1 now the count. Pisciotti comes set. Danko skies this one. Will it stay fair? Mateo underneath it, and he falls over but makes the catch. So out number 2. What a play by Quinn Matea. And now there's 2 away, and that will bring up Marco Giorno. Giorno homered on Tuesday in LaGrange. And now he slots into the cleanup spot for another chance. First pitch curveball upstairs. One and 0 the count. Pisciotti comes set. Goes back once again for Fisher. Can't get him. Fisher with a pretty big lead at first. Pisciotti comes set. The 1-0 on its way to Giorno, and he swings and misses at a elevated fastball. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1 on its way. Giorno fouls this one back, and now 1-2 the count. And Ryan, I think the biggest key for the Dukes offense is to get off to an early lead, because runs have not been easy to come by.
Yeah, not at all. And even they've been giving up runs at a extreme pace, so they really have to get some run support early if they want to have the confidence that they've been lacking these past 2 games.
Giorno chops this one on the ground. Should be playable, but the ball is dropped. The foot race to the base, and it is called out. That was incredibly close. Good recovery by Schumacher at first, and that will do it for the Dukes. They leave a man on off the Noah Hughes hit, who will go back out for his second inning of work. Top of the second coming up your way shortly. Top of the second inning here
Leading
in
off the top of the
Elmhurst.
second,
Joseph
Lions
Severson
Township,
to lead
third
things off
baseman, number
for the
27,
Lions.
Joe Severson.
Hughes back out for his second inning of work. Fires in a first pitch strike that was swung on and missed by Severson. Good changeup from Hughes. Hughes with a good pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. And he goes to the fastball that time. So 0-2 now to Severson. Hughes gets his pitch, comes set. Fires a slider that's going to miss. He did not go around. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Hughes comes set. Misses low and in, so now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Hughes may have to come back to the zone here. Comes set. Fires a slider that bounces in the dirt. So now the count is full. 3 straight balls for Hughes after starting the at-bat ahead 0-2. And looks to retire Severson. He comes set. The 3-2 on its way. This one's grounded. Fleming is there, fields it cleanly. Fires to first, across the body throw. And a good stretch by Lazowski to ensure that Severson is retired. And that is the first out of the second inning.
Yeah, great play there by Josh Fleming, able to pick up the pretty nasty hop, get it to first on time. He struggled in the field quite a bit this year, but makes up for it with a nice play.
First pitch in there for a strike. Nice slider from Hughes. Jake Schumacher, the first baseman, the new batter. He can't do anything except stare at it. 0-1 the count. Hughes coming set, and this one's popped up, left field, should be playable. Giorno's there, and he makes the catch. So a quick out for Hughes. Now there's 2 away. Bringing up Brock Hyde, the right fielder.
Number 33, Brock Hyde.
First one's low and inside. Hughes coming set. This is up and away, 2-0. Hughes coming set, the 2-0 on its way, in there for strike 1. So far this series, Ryan, it really feels like there's just been one big inning for Lyons Township. But other than that, it's been some good pitching from York. As Hyde fouled that last pitch to the right side. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Like you could see on the first game of this series matchup, saw Sloan have a dominant first inning.
This one's lined, and this will fall into center field, so a base hit for Hyde. And he's up board first, so a nice 2-out single. And that'll bring up the catcher, Quinn Matea.
Yeah, there was a 3-up, 3-down inning for Sloan in the first game of the series matchup, and then all of a sudden, next inning, an error, and then a hit by pitch, and then all of a sudden it just went downhill from there. And that one inning just gave Lions I would say, the momentum for the whole entire series so far.
I mean, absolutely, and I feel like these teams in the West Suburban Silver, Matea fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. I really feel, Ryan, that if you give them a window, teams like Lyons, Hinsdale Central, and Downers Grove North, they will take advantage of every opportunity. So every out matters, and errors can end up being costly, as LT has proved over the first couple days. And Matea just got a piece of that one. So 0-2 now the count. And it was kind of the same story on Tuesday when they traveled to Lyons Township to face off. As Hughes coming set, fires upstairs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. They were leading for the majority of the game, and they were set up to claim a victory, but then just one rough inning. That's just 7 runs on the board. Hughes just misses with the curveball, so the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hughes comes set, deals. Slider that just bounces in front of the plate. So he's been missing his slider low. It's just something to keep an eye out. As the count is now full. Full count, 2 outs. Hyde will go on the pitch. And this one is fouled. Mateo just getting a piece of it. So we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Hughes comes set, deals, and ball 4. So Mateo works the count and ends up drawing the walk. So now there's runners on first and second, and Blake Ragsdale.
Number 2, Blake Ragsdale.
Jones will go over to Hughes, and they'll talk things over. Ragsdale, his older brother, Frederick Ragsdale III, former Lyons Township baseball player, now playing baseball at Kent State. And Blake Ragsdale, younger brother, committed to TCU, only a freshman, and finds himself with an RBI opportunity here and could come through big time for LT. Hughes comes set. Ragsdale lifts this one left field, but Giorno is there, and the catch is made, so a well-struck ball. But Giorno does a nice job tracking it down and making the catch, so Hughes escapes trouble. LT strands 2. Bottom of the second we go. Fleming, Reedy, Ruggieri due up for the Dukes.
Fleming.
Bottom of the second inning here, no score. Josh Fleming, they'll lead things off here for the Dukes in the bottom of the second inning. Brasciati still out there for LT. He's trying to put up another scoreless frame in the second inning. First pitch is a curveball up and in on Fleming. Brasciati comes set. The 1-0 on its way. And it's in there for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. This one's up and in for ball 2. So 2-1 the count to Fleming. Shotty comes set, deals a fastball that Fleming fouls off. It's just a tick behind that one, 2-2. And Ryan, with it being so dark outside, when the sun starts to set, when it starts to get a little bit darker, you wonder how that's going to play a factor if this game will have to get called early. Because LT showed up quite late. We're only in the second inning. It's already 5:30, an hour after when this game was supposed to start. Fleming lays off a good off-speed pitch in the dirt, so the count now is full.
Yeah, and especially being so close to houses, York can't have any lights. So If it does, if the lighting does play a factor, the game will have to be called. And
Shotty comes set, the 3-2. Up and in on Fleming. And that'll be ball 4.
if something like the lights getting cut off
Heading
happened
next for the Dukes,
in the Dukes
third
game against Lyons
baseman,
last
number
time,
21,
they were up
Paul
big
Reedy.
going late and then just lost the lead, they could have won that game just because of a call like that, having the game be called early.
What is considered a complete game in high school? I think it's 5 innings, right?
A complete game would be, I mean,
If a game ends early, the official score, I believe, is 5 innings. So I don't know if it would have made a difference because Lions scored all their innings in the bottom of the 5th, and they were their home team. I'm pretty sure it's 5 completed innings. Paul Reedy, the new batter, takes first pitch curveball upstairs, so 1-0 the count. Reedy had his signing day yesterday with a bunch of other York athletes. As Reedy lays down a good bunt, this one over to third. No play except for first, but Reedy's going to beat out the throw, and that's a bunt single for Paul Reedy. And now there's runners on first and second with Nico Ruggieri coming up.
A textbook drag bunt there from Paul Reedy. Lays it down the third base line, gets it to sit pretty, and gets to first base easily. It's a great play now, setting up Nico Ruggieri for an RBI.
Absolute beauty from Reedy, like you said, Ryan. And now Ruggieri with a man in scoring position and nobody out. Was going to be a tough play for Severson regardless, as Reedy just got that slow roll kind of in no man's land, but the off-balance throw, and Reedy was just able to beat it out. First pitch up and in.
Yeah, you can see the corner infield's creeping up right now, trying to prevent another one. So,
not out of the realm of possibilities, especially with first and second, nobody out. You could bunt them over, sack bunt, just to.
Yeah, and Ruggieri definitely has speed to get to first base and beat it out.
Big swing and a miss, so 1-1 the count. Now, even though Ruggieri's batting towards the bottom of the lineup, Ryan, he's had a lot of hard outs this year. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing you look at. Some unlucky players.
The unluckiest one was his home run. As Ruggieri lines this one up the middle, could be 2. Stepping on second is Mango and throwing it to first. So that'll be a 4-3 double play for Ruggieri. So now there's 2 away.
Yeah, now we're going to see Ryan Lazowski come up. He's been he struggled mostly this season in the 4 spot. Was able to somewhat come back recently. He's getting his batting average up, but he has not really been the power guy that the Dukes have been looking for. You see him slide down the lineup quite a bit.
Lazowski did have an RBI single in the left center field. One of the better hits of Monday's matchup, and 1-0 is the count. So we could definitely do some damage. You have to be careful if you're Pisciotti. Can't leave anything over the plate or he will make you pay, especially with a man 90 feet away from home. It's Fleming on third. Lazowski checks his swing, but that pitch was called a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, last year on JV, Lazowski just laced a ton of hits. He's really one of the best hitters on the JV team last year.
And that was why he got pulled up to varsity, Ryan, halfway through the season. And it's always an adjustment going from JV to varsity, as that one's outside. So 2-1 the count, being just a sophomore. And the adjustment was, the expectation was he wasn't going to come in and immediately slide in at the 3-4 spot near the top of the lineup. But the hope was, by the time this year, he would be there. But it's just a bit of a slower start. Lazowski skies this one. Center field. Should be playable, and the catch is made, and that will be the 3rd out. So Jackson out in center makes the grab. And the Dukes strand 2. No score through 2 innings. We head to the top of the 3rd.
for Lyons Township.
Here in the top of the
The
third.
second baseman,
Leading things
number
off is
11,
Michael Mango.
Michael Mango.
He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to first base in the first inning. LT does at the top of the lineup up, second time around, so they could maybe have adjusted to Hughes as he spikes an off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Hughes comes set. Mango shows bunt, and he fouls this one back. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Mango tried stealing one of his own, and I don't know if he'll have another opportunity for that. With Reedy playing in. Hughes comes set. Mango takes an enticing slider for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. Hughes comes set. Big swing and a miss from Mango. He went chasing upstairs at that fastball. So 2-2 on his way. Hughes comes set. The pitch. Backdoor, or inside slider, I should say, for strike number 3. Gets Mango looking. So
Lions,
Hughes
fielder,
picks up strikeout number 1. And now Ryan Jackson, the center fielder, steps in for his second time today. Flew out to Chris Danko. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Hughes comes set. Jackson rips this one. Gloved by Reedy. The throw to first is high. Lazowski with a great jump, and he steps on the bag just in time. Great play at first by Ryan Lazowski on the high throw from Paul Reedy, but also a great job by Paul stopping the ball over at third.
Yeah, with the hops we've seen this field create, Paul able to pick that out. Great move there.
First pitch is outside to Luke Nicholas. Nicholas drew a walk. Had a good at-bat. Drew a 3-2 walk against Hughes in the first. He comes set. This is low, so now 2-0 the count again. Hughes set, deals, swing and a miss. Nice fastball. Now the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Nicholas awaits, and he gets on top of that one, and it'll be a foul ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hughes coming set. Raking ball in there. Strike 3 completely freezes up Nicholas, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Hughes, where he picks up 2 looking strikeouts, and he's scoreless. Has not given up a run through the first 3 innings. 0-0 your score. We head to the bottom of the third. Top Jones, Gami, Hughes due up for the Dukes. Bottom of the third
Leading off
inning,
the
Noah
bottom of the third
Jones
for
to
the
lead
Dukes,
things off.
the
It's his
catcher,
first at
number
bat.
20, Noah Jones.
Pajotti's still out there for the Lions. And both Hughes and Pisciotti both pitching extremely well as Jones grounds the first one up the middle. Ragsdale, high throw, but a good stretch by Schumacher at first, and he makes the catch.
Batting next for the
Jones
Dukes, the right
will be
fielder,
retired in
number
one pitch.
17, Drew Gami.
That'll bring up Drew Gami. He struck out looking in the first inning. Duke's looking to strike first. Good curveball from Pisciotti. Like I just mentioned, Ryan, both these pitchers dealing, and this could be a pitcher's duel where we could see both the starters pitch real deep into this game.
I don't want to jinx anything. That's exactly what we said going into the game on Monday. Didn't go so well for the Dukes. Spot after that. I mean, it was a few errors, but it's not a great game hits-wise.
I think the field will definitely be more forgiving. You know, it got some rain on it, so it's definitely everything will be coming off a little bit softer. That's hit on the ground.
Yeah, a lot of unlucky bounces.
0-2 the count to Gami, and he takes upstairs for ball one. So the count is now 1-2. Yeah, we saw just awful bounces for both sides. We saw one bounce over Nick Allen's head at third base.
We saw two.
High chopper, and then he had the one. There was one that hit the base. Another one on Ragsdale that took a weird bounce. Speaking of weird bounces, that skips past Matea. So Gami evens out the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pisciotti comes set. He fires, swung on and missed. And Gami's tag, it was dropped by Matea after the fact, but Gami didn't even get out the box.
The Dukes, the pitcher, number 1,
and he's
Noah
down on strikes
Hughes.
for the second time today.
So Gami was trying to argue that he tipped the ball. Just not having it.
So Hughes in the box for the second time today. He's 1 for 1. Pisciotti drops in a first pitch, 12-6. Looking real good. Both curveballs from both starters just have looked so good. Both showing great command of the zone so far. So Hughes down 0-1. Pisciotti comes set. Hughes fouls that one away. So now he's down 0-2. Now, even though Hughes is down 0-2, Ryan, he puts the ball in play almost every time. I've seen him get quite a few 2-strike hits, and he just does not fall victim to the strikeout very often.
Yeah, very Luis Arias-esque.
Yes.
Puts in play almost every time.
Choked up, and he swung on and missed on the curveball. So
we're talking about he doesn't strike out much, but can't really blame him. That was a very nice pitch from Biscotti.
Great pitch from Pisciotti. So now a 1-2-3 inning for Pisciotti as well in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Still no score here. You are watching York Sports Network.
Leading off the
Top of the fourth
Lyons
inning here.
Township, the designated
No
hitter,
score
number
in
8,
Elmhurst.
Ryan Good.
Ryan Good to lead things off for the Lions. He's 0 for 1. Popping out to Ruggieri in foul territory back in the first inning. Noah Hughes comes set and fires a first pitch changeup for a strike. Hughes doing a great job mixing all his pitches, and that changeup has been mighty impressive to go along with that curveball. He goes fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Hughes comes set. This big swing and a miss from Good. And he's behind that fastball. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hughes coming set. Lost the grip on that curveball, and it ended up way outside. So the count evens out, 2-2. Hughes just misses on the slider, so the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Good. Hughes coming set. Fires up the middle. Hughes makes the play, gloves it cleanly. Throw to first is good, and Hughes retires Good to start the top of the
Batting
fourth.
next for the Lions, the third baseman, number 27, Joe Severson.
That'll bring up Joseph Severson, the third baseman, 0 for 1. First one cracked, fielded cleanly. Reedy's throw in line, and a good first pitch out for Hughes after the 6-pitch battle with Good. So now there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 34, Jake Schumacher.
And that'll bring up Jake Schumacher, the first baseman, who flew out to right field his last time. Hughes comes set, drops in a good first pitch curveball, taken for a strike by Schumacher. A lot of takes on that curve that Hughes has been throwing. That's why he continues to just mix it in at random. Swung on and missed. Good low and away or changeup that Schumacher couldn't lay off. So now 0-2 the count. Hughes comes set. Went upstairs with that fastball. Couldn't get Schumacher to chase then. Hughes comes set. Swung on and missed. It's a slider in the dirt. Jones gets up, throws to first in time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Noah Hughes as he picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. And it remains no score as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Danko, Giorno, Fleming due up for the Dukes. Bottom of the fourth inning.
Bottom of the fourth for the Dukes. The center
Chris
fielder,
Danko to
number
lead things off for the
19,
Dukes.
Chris Danko.
Danko 0 for 1. He fouled out to the catcher his last time up. Still no score. Quite unusual. Duke's been in very few low-scoring affairs. Pisciotti deals a first pitch curveball there for a strike to Danko. Danko, the Illinois State commit for baseball. Down 0-1. Pisciotti goes back to the curveball that's going to miss. Up and away. So now the count evens out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giorno on deck, Fleming in the hole. So arguably 3 of the most dangerous hitters in today's lineup due up for the Dukes. Big swing and a miss from Danko. He's down 1-2. If I'm Pisciotti, I'm throwing a hard, slightly elevated fastball on that outside part of the plate. See what he does. Drop the changeup. That was too low, so now 2-2.
Oh, yeah, about the exact opposite there.
Yeah.
Off speed in the dirt.
I mean, I think when you're facing Danko, I think he's got too good of an eye for you to throw stuff that's way out of the zone. So you have to get a little bit creative.
Yeah, that outside corner really is probably the hardest spot to hit.
Right down the middle, but Danko can't get the bat on it, and he's down on strikes. So strikeout number 4 for Pisciotti.
Fielder number 24, Marco Giorno.
So Marco Giorno now up. He's 0 for 1. Pisciotti coming set. The first pitch on his way to Giorno. Weird golf sandwich type swing, and now he's down 0-1.
Yeah, Duke's still without a hit since that bunt in the second inning from Reedy. Definitely going to try to get something working with Giorno here.
They're approaching a 2-inning cold streak of no hits. Curveball up and in, so 1-1 the count. Both teams without a hit since the second inning. LC only with 1 hit. York with 1 more. They have 2. Giorno foul tips it in the glove of Matea, so now he's down 1-2.
Actually, I think both teams without a base runner these past 2 innings. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so back-to-back 1, 2, 3 frames for Hughes in the third and the fourth. Dukes did not have a base runner as they went down in order in the third. As Giorno launches this one to right field. This one could be trouble, and it's going to fall. This could be extra bases. Giorno rounding first on his way to second, where he will hold. And Marco Giorno with a 1-out double and in position, and that will bring up Josh Fleming.
And Giorno been heating up recently. Had the homer earlier
Batting next for the Dukes
in the week, and now with a huge double to the right,
Josh Fleming.
the first base line. That's something I think that might get the Dukes on the board here now that you got Josh Fleming hitting in RBI territory.
RBI chance. You have Reedy on deck. So 2 experienced bats at the varsity level. Pisciotti comes set. First pitch change up. That had some good glove side run. Just kind of tailed off towards that left-handed batter's box, but clipped the strike zone. So 0-1 the count. Giorno on second. Fleming awaits. Curveball, and he skies this one. This looks like it will go out. Yes, it will. Mateo gave half-hearted chase, but was met with the net. So now 0-2 the count. I think at the bare minimum here, Ryan, you got to move the runner over. A base hit should score Giorno. Fleming looking to protect with 2 strikes. Pisciotti comes set. Swung on and missed. Fleming down on strikes.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you couldn't have there. maybe except for a line
Batting
out to the
next for
second
Dukes,
baseman,
the
causing
third
a double
baseman,
play.
number
But
21,
So just about the
Paul Reedy.
worst thing that could have happened for the Dukes offense, but now Reedy steps in 1-for-1 with a bunt single down the third base line.
yeah, Reedy's been a pretty good, consistent contact hitter.
It's exactly who you want up right now.
Yeah, even just a single in the gap might score Giorno with his speed.
1-0 the count. There's a big gap between right and center field. And Paul can go to the opposite field. Awaits the 1-0. That's up and in, so ball two. You have Ruggieri on deck.
I would say, as it is the end of the Dukes lineup, it is really just a powerful end with the Ruggieri and then Lazowski after that. So they really could get something going.
Reedy takes strike one. Around the knees. It's now 2-1 the count. Pisciotti comes set. Fires. Bounces it in the dirt. Good block by Mateus. And Giorno has to go back to second. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Ryan, I'm pretty sure if you're Paul, you got to be ready to attack the fastball.
Yeah, nothing.
Don't want to chase, but if it's in the zone,
You got to take it.
you got to be willing to take a big swing. 3-1 on its way. Ball 4 low and away. So Reedy draws the walk. Now Ruggieri with an opportunity with 2 men on.
Baseman, number 7, Nico Ruggieri.
Ruggieri grounded into the double play.
As we were saying, he's been unlucky this entire year so far. So I would say he might be due for a decent hit here. That would be huge for the Dukes if they could get on the board first, deep into this game already.
Dukes with a real opportunity to break this 0-0 tie.
That big gap in between center and right is still there.
Ruggieri, big swing and a miss at the first pitch. An inside fastball fired in by Pisciotti. Pisciotti comes set. The 0-1 on its way. Ruggieri on the ground. Playable for Mango. Fields it cleanly. Fires to first. And Pisciotti escapes. The Dukes strand 2. Top of the 5th we go. Still no score.
Number 33, Brock
Top of
Hyde.
the 5th inning here. Lyons Township.
Hughes still on the bump.
Yeah, Hughes still on the bump. Both starters doing extremely well. First pitch just misses a hair outside. Hyde 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Hughes comes set, misses up and away. So 2-0 the count now to Hyde. 7-8-9 due up for LT. And Hyde fouls this one back. However, 2 of the bottom 3 hitters reached base in their first at-bats. And then Ragsdale, who's the 9 hitter, had a nice fly out to Giorno and left. Hyde fouls this one back, so Hughes works back to a 2-2 count. Now in this at-bat, he's kind of got the momentum shifting in his direction, so he could get away with throwing kind of whatever he wants. As Hyde slaps a breaking ball into right field, that's a base hit. Hyde 2 for 2 on the day, and Lyons Township gets the leadoff man on.
Batting next for the Lions, the catcher.
That's huge for Lyons' first
24,
base runner in the
Quentin
past 3
Mattea.
innings. Maybe could get something going against a strong outing from Hughes.
Yeah, now in the 5th inning, you wonder how much gas does Hughes have left in the tank. Mattea just immediately showing bunt, now pulls back as Hughes misses upstairs. Hughes stepping off. Oh, almost throws it away.
Oh, that's strange. Just lofted that one over there.
So Mattea likely playing for the sacrifice. Lays it down, fouls it away. 1-1 the count. Throws back over to first once again. Not even close. He's just trying to keep Hyde in check. Reedy getting about as close as he could get. Good bunt from Mattea to the right side. Hughes fields it cleanly, flips to first. So the sacrifice does go for LT. And now you have a man in scoring position for Blake Ragsdale.
Batting next for the Lions, the shortstop, number 2, Blake Ragsdale. Rain's coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Rain starting to fall. This field does not do very good with the rain.
That combined with the dark is not going to make it easy on any of these players. As Ragsdale calls for time.
First pitch from Hughes misses, so 1-0 the count.
Yeah, it's beginning to pour down now.
It's actually getting kind of hard to see through the window with the clouds and the rain. Hughes comes set the 1-0 inside, so now 2 balls, no strikes the count. The 2-0 on its way, swing and a miss from Ragsdale. Hughes comes set. Another swing and a miss from Ragsdale. So now the count evens out.
Yeah, water not really affecting Hughes' pitching right now. Still able to find the spots.
Hughes comes set. The 2-2 on its way. Misses down low. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Hughes gets Ragsdale. Soft grounder. Hughes turns around, fires to first. Oh no, Lisowski can't get back to the bag in time. And that's what the rain will do. The slippery ball costs the Dukes an out.
Yeah, now only 1 out with a man on third.
So you have runners on the corners.
Lions, the second baseman, number 11, Michael Mango.
And now you have the top of the order. And Michael Mango, the hitter now. Kind of a mix between the retro leadoff hitter and the new age leadoff hitter. He's got a great mix of speed, power, and contact. As Hughes fires in a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Hughes comes set, another good curveball that Mango just gets a piece of, but weakly fouls it back into the net. So 0-2 now the count. Strikeout would be huge for Hughes. You have Hyde on third and Ragsdale on first. Hughes comes set, the 0-2. Just misses a tad bit outside.
Yeah, that strikeout there would have been huge.
Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hughes still well ahead in this at-bat. He comes set. Mango awaits. And this one is a stellar stop by Jones, preventing a run. And he wants a new ball, as that one has got to be sopping wet. Rain continues to fall down pretty hard. Ragsdale made it to second on the wild pitch. The count is now evened out at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now a strikeout here for Hughes would be extremely important.
So Hughes comes set, trying to fight with the rain and Mango. Misses his curveball up and in. And now, Ryan, the other question is, how will the rain affect his off-speed pitches? Because
yeah, that's what he's
that his pitch mix has been the key reason why LT has not scored. Hughes comes set, fires. Mango just gets a piece of it, fouls it back.
I mean, even with this trouble and the rain, Duke still don't have anyone up warming up in the bullpen. Just got to wonder how Kalaw's treating this rain with the trouble Hughes is in right now.
Now you see Ben DeZillo and Jimmy Connors head out to the bullpen. Just in case. Hughes still working on Mango. The 3-2 on its way. Ball 4, and it gets away from Jones. Hyde heading home. He slides in safely. Ragsdale around third. He'll hold there. So ball 4, wild pitch. And LT strikes first as they now have a 1-0 lead. And runners still on the corners with just 1 out. And Ryan Jackson now the batter.
There are the mistakes again for the Dukes. Got the error from Hughes on throw to first, and then just a drop pitch
wild,
from Jones.
yeah.
The wild pitch
Wild pitch for Hughes. And 2 wild pitches in the same at-bat, and
so Coach Claus coming out
to talk some things over. Now you start to wonder, how much more can this field hold?
Yeah, in the past it has not been great with.
I mean, York's
heavy
baseball
amounts of
field
rain.
is historic, infamously known for not holding rain too well. That's why they added the official turf batter's box as well as having the turf mound, because those were the 2 worst parts, and still the field does not do well in rain.
Yeah, the days sliding into the muddy home plate. They're now over with the turf one, but still got to have the rest of the bases.
I mean, the biggest problem before, like last year before, when they had that like cover, was the areas around it would still, like the ground underneath would still get wet.
Yeah,
but now now they were able to dig it out and install the real turf. So they talk things over, and now Coach Kalal goes to the umpires, probably to get their take on the weather. Stands almost completely cleared as everyone takes shelter somewhere. The people that brought umbrellas.
Enjoying life, right?
Yeah, enjoying life. So the discussion about the field continues, or what I have to assume is about the field.
It's not just the field, it's the darkness too.
Yeah, the lighting is just so bad. I don't know if I'm in the outfield and someone hits a hard line drive. I don't know if I could see the ball that well.
Even if I catch it, then you got to worry about it slipping out of your hands or
Yes.
throw it back in.
So they're talking things over.
And I would not doubt that this game has a chance of getting called right here.
They're going to talk things over. And I really thought we were going to avoid the rain, Ryan. It was supposed to come around noon, and it just kept getting delayed, and I really thought we would have been in the clear for the duration of the game.
Yeah, there's some heavy rain this early morning.
Yeah, early morning. I mean, rain was supposed to be in the forecast, but the forecast just kept changing, and it kept looking more favorable for this game to be completed.
I mean, yeah, I was talking with some people. We didn't think the game would even be played at the start, but rain cleared pretty early. And the field was fine. I mean, I would say it was perfect.
Yeah, I don't think it had not rained since the early morning. DeZillo continues to throw in the bullpen. This is a extended conversation.
Yeah.
They shake hands. That's going to be it, I think. So they call the game.
That's hard to do after one run comes across, then you call the game.
It'll be interesting to see because they have not completed 5 full innings of play.
Yeah, we'll see how
York is the home team. So we'll see what the official scoring is. 1-0 as of right now. LT over York off the wild pitch. Quite an interesting game. I don't know if we're ever going to see something like that again, but that will do it here for us. Connor Choi with me is Ryan Byrd. We thank you all for watching on this beautiful Thursday evening.
Beautiful is a very strong word.
And thank you all. Have a good night, and go Dukes.